Hi, so glad you could join us. We are reading from the Complete Jewish Bible, which is a Hebrew translation of the Bible. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 9. Hear, Israel, Adonai our God, Adonai is one, and you are to love Adonai your God with all your heart, all your being, and all your resources. These words which I am ordering you today are to be on your heart, and you are to teach them carefully to your children. You are to talk about them when you sit at home, when you are traveling on the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. Tie them on your hand as a sign, put them at the front of a headband around your forehead, and write them on the door frames of your house on your gates. Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 14. Our Father in heaven, may your name be holy. May your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us the food we need today. Forgive us our trespasses as we too have forgiven those who have wronged us. And do not lead us into hard testing, but keep us safe from the evil one. For kingship, power, and glory are yours forever. And now if we could go to Genesis chapter 7, please. Adonai said to Noah, "Come into the ark, and all of your household, for I have seen that you alone in this generation are righteous before me. Of every clean animal you are to take 7 couples, and of the animals that are not clean 1 couple. Also of the birds in the air 7 couples, in order to preserve their species throughout the earth. For in 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. I will wipe out every living thing that I have made from the face of the earth." Noah did all that Adonai ordered him to do. Noah was 600 years old when the water flooded the earth. Noah went into the ark with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives because of the flood waters. Of clean animals, of animals that are not clean, of birds, and of everything that creeps on the ground, couples male and female went into Noah's ark. And God had ordered Noah, as God had ordered Noah. After 7 days the water flooded the earth. On the 7th day of the 2nd month of the 600th year of Noah's life, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of the sky were opened. It rained on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day, Noah entered the ark with Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons accompanying them. They and every animal of every species, all the livestock of every species, every animal that creeps on the earth of every species, and every bird of every species, all sorts of winged creatures, they went in to Noah in the ark. Couples from every kind of living thing that breathes. Those that entered went in, male and female, from every kind of living being as God had ordered him, and Adonai shut him inside. The flood was 40 days on the earth. The water grew higher and floated the ark, so that it was lifted up off the earth. The water overflowed the earth and grew deeper until the ark floated on the surface of the water. The water overpowered the earth mightily. All the high mountains under the entire sky were covered. The water covered the mountains by more than 22.5 feet. All living beings that moved on the earth perished. Birds, livestock, other animals, insects, and every human being. Everything in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life. Whatever was on dry land died. He wiped out every living thing on the surface of the ground, not only human beings, but livestock, creeping animals, and birds in the air. They were wiped out from the earth. Only Noah was left, along with those who were with him in the ark. The water held power over the earth for 150 days. And now if we could please go to Joshua chapter 7. But the people of Israel misappropriated some of the goods set aside to be destroyed for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerach, of the tribe of Judah, took some of the things reserved for destruction. In consequence, the anger of Adonai blazed up against the people of Israel. Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is next to Beit Aven, east of Beit El, telling them to go up and spy out the land. So the men went up, reconnoitered Ai, returned to Joshua and told him, "Don't have all the people go up, but let perhaps 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and attack Ai. There's no point in making all the people exert themselves to get there, because there are only a few of them." So from the people, about 3,000 men went up there. But they were routed by the men of Ai. The men of Ai killed some 36 of them and chased them from before their gate all the way to Shvarim, attacking them on the descent. The hearts of the people melted and turned to water. Joshua tore his clothes and fell to his face on the ground before the ark of Adonai until evening, he and the leaders of Israel as they put dust on their heads. Joshua said, "O Adonai Elohim, why did you take the trouble to bring this people across the Jordan if you meant to hand us over to the Amorites and have us perish? We should have been satisfied to live on the other side of the Jordan. O Adonai, what can I say after Israel has turned their backs and retreated before their enemies? For when Canaanites and the other people living in the land hear about it, they will surround us and wipe us off the face of the earth. What will you do to save the honor of your great name?" Adonai said to Joshua, "Stand up. Why are you lying there face down? Israel has sinned. Yes, they have violated my covenant, which I commanded them. They have taken some of what was to have been set aside for destruction. They have stolen it, lied about it, and put it in their own things. This is why the people of Israel cannot stand before their enemies. They turn their backs on their enemies because they have come under a curse. I won't be with you anymore unless you destroy the things meant for destruction that you have with you. So get up, consecrate the people, and say, 'Consecrate yourselves in preparation for tomorrow.' For here is what Adonai, the God of Israel, says. Israel, you have things under the curse of destruction among you, and you will not be able to stand before your enemies until you remove the things that were to have been destroyed from among you. Therefore, tomorrow morning you are to come forward, one tribe at a time. The tribe Adonai takes is to come forward, one family at a time. The family Adonai takes is to come forward, one household at a time. And the household Adonai takes is to come forward, one person at a time. The person who is caught with the things in his possession that were reserved for destruction is to be burned to ashes, he and everything he has, because he has violated the covenant of Adonai and has committed a shameful deed in Israel." So Joshua got up early in the morning and had Israel come forward, one tribe at a time, and the tribe of Judah was taken. He had the families of Judah come forward and took the family of the Zarki. He had the Zarki family come forward by household leaders, and Zabdi was taken. He had his household come forward, one person at a time, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerach of the tribe of Judah, was taken. Joshua said to Achan, "My son, swear to Adonai, the God of Israel, that you will tell the truth and confess to him. Tell me now, what did you do? Don't hide anything from me." Achan answered Joshua, "It is true, I have sinned against Adonai, the God of Israel. Here is exactly what I did. When I saw there with the spoil a beautiful robe from Shinar, 5 pounds of silver shekels, and 1¼ pound wedge of gold. I really wanted them, so I took them. You will find them hidden in the ground inside my tent, with the silver underneath." Joshua sent messengers who ran to the tent. It was all there, hidden in his tent, including the silver underneath. They took the things from inside the tent, brought them to Joshua and all the people of Israel, and put them down before Adonai. Joshua, together with all Israel, took Achan, the son of Zerach, with the silver, the robe, the gold wedge, his sons, his daughters, his cattle, his donkeys, his sheep, his tent, and everything he had, and brought them up to the Achor valley. Joshua said, "Why have you brought trouble on us? Today Adonai will bring trouble on you." Then all Israel stoned him to death. They burned them to ashes and stoned them. Over him they piled a great mound of stones, which is there to this day. Finally Adonai turned away from his fierce anger And this is why that place is called the Valley of Achor, trouble, to this day. Psalms chapter 7. A Shiggaion of David. Adonai, my God, in you I take refuge. Save me from all my pursuers and rescue me. Otherwise they will maul me like a lion and tear me apart with no rescuer present. Adonai, my God, I have caused this, and there is guilt on my hands. If I paid back evil to him who was at peace with me, when I even spared those who opposed me without cause, then let the enemy pursue me until he overtakes me and tramples my life down into the earth. Yes, let him lay my honor in the dust. Rise up, Adonai, in your anger. Arouse yourself against the fury of my foes. Wake up for me, you commanded justice. May the assembly of the people surround you. May you return to rule over them from on high. Adonai, who dispenses judgment on the peoples, judge me. Adonai, according to my righteousness and my integrity, as my integrity deserves. Let the evil of the wicked come to an end and establish the righteous, since you, righteous God, test hearts and minds. My shield is God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, a God whose anger is present every day. If a person will not repent, he sharpens his sword. He has bent his bow, made it ready. He has also prepared for him weapons of death, his arrows, which he has made into burning shafts. Look how the wicked is pregnant with evil. He conceives trouble, gives birth to lies. He makes a pit, digs it deep, and falls into the hole he made. His mischief will return onto his own head. His violence will recoil onto his own skull. I thank Adonai for his righteousness and sing praise to the name of Adonai Elyon. Matthew chapter 7. Don't judge so that you won't be judged. For the way you judge others is how you will be judged. The measure with which you measure out will be used to measure to you. Why do you see the splinter in your brother's eye but not notice the log in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that splinter out of your eye, when you have that log in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the log out of your own eye, then you will see clearly so that you can remove the splinter from your brother's eye. Don't give to the dogs what is holy, and don't throw your pearls to the pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet, then turn and attack you. Keep asking, and it will be given to you. Keep seeking, and you will find. Keep knocking, and the door will be opened. For everyone who keeps asking receives. He who keeps seeking finds. And to him who keeps knocking, the door will open. Is there anyone here who, if his son asks him for a loaf of bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? So if you, even though you are bad, know how to give your children gifts that are good, how much more will your Father in heaven keep giving good things to those who keep asking? Always treat others as you would like them to treat you. That sums up the teaching of the Torah and the prophets. Go in through the narrow gate, for the gate that leads to destruction is wide, and the road broad, and many travel it. But it is a narrow gate and a hard road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Beware of false prophets. They come to you wearing sheep's clothing, but underneath they are hungry wolves. You will recognize them by their fruit. Can people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Likewise, every healthy tree produces good fruit, but a poor tree produces bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, or a poor tree good fruit. Any tree that does not produce good fruit is cut down and thrown in the fire, so you will recognize them by their fruit. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Only those who do what my Father in heaven wants. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name? Didn't we expel demons in your name? Didn't we perform many miracles in your name? Then I will tell them to their faces, I never knew you. Get away from me, you workers of lawlessness. So everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a sensible man who built his house on bedrock. Then the rain fell, the rivers flooded, the winds blew and beat against that house, but it did not collapse, because its foundation was on rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not act on them will be like a stupid man who built his house on sand. The rain fell, the rivers flooded, the wind blew and beat against that house, and it did collapse. It collapsed, and its collapse was horrendous. When Joshua had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at the way he taught. For he was not instructing them like their Torah teachers, but as one who had authority himself. Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. May Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai make his face shine upon you and show you his favor. May Adonai lift up his face toward you and give you his shalom. Thank you so much for watching. Please come again, and shalom.
Ecosystem.